Hey guys, I'm in the middle of cleaning this interior that I've really never cleaned before, and I'm seeing a bunch of spots on the headliner, and I wanted to show you really quickly how I address these without spending a bunch of time kind of interrupting my detail to do this, because I just saw these spots. I didn't see it in the beginning, didn't look. Now that I see they're there, I have to fix them one way or the other. The product that I'm gonna be using is called Release It. It's an end cap spot cleaner. So essentially the idea is that this type of cleaner kind of encapsulates all of these dirt, debris, grease, grime, molecules at a microscopic level, makes it really easy to clean. This has become my primary headliner cleaner. Before I do anything, I just want to show you exactly what I do because it is as simple as headliner cleaning can possibly be. I'm gonna kind of drench maybe a little quarter size bit onto my microfiber towel, fold it into fourths, and when I say drench in a quarter size area on my microfiber, what I mean is I'm gonna use enough to where when I press this onto the headliner, a good amount of that cleaner squeezes onto the headliner. So I'm just gonna take it just like this. Normally I'd be wearing gloves, even though I forgot my gloves because I ran out, and I'm just gonna try to put as much cleaner on the headliner as I possibly can here. And these are some stains that are like really in the headliner. So it's gonna take some effort to get these out, and it might not actually come out, right? Like these might just be something that I get the bulk of them off, but I decide, hey, if we go any further with the cleaning, we're gonna kind of damage and start to damage the headliner long term, so I don't wanna do that. So all I'm doing is kind of twisting the microfiber over and over and over on these spots. So because there's so many of these, I'm actually gonna start to spray them kind of one by one on these tiny little dots because these stains are pretty pronounced and they've clearly been here for a long time, whatever this is. So because of that, I wanna kind of hit each one and give it its own little bit of cleaner. I think this is going to kind of give us the best probability to getting rid of these stains as much as possible. And this is going to be how I avoid using a steamer because this chemical tends to work so well on headliner, and I just don't want to use a steamer if I don't have to. I'd rather use a little bit more chemical rather than introduce that hot steam that could potentially hurt things long term. So I'm actually going to leave this on the headliner for, let's say, a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and then I'm going to come in and start scrubbing pretty aggressively with this microfiber towel. So it's been sitting for maybe 60 seconds, 2 minutes now, and I want to come in again, fold it into fourths. I'm going to wrap the microfiber towel around my knuckles like this, so I've kind of grabbed down with all 4 fingers, and then I'm going to start scrubbing like this back and forth. Remember, my microfiber towel is kind of damp from the cleaner already, and I'm just going to go back and forth on each one of these areas. So as you guys look at the after, even while it's still wet, the only skill or technique I implemented here was spraying a little bit of chemical, letting it sit, and then coming in to clean it up. Headliner cleaning is so difficult. If you don't have the right chemical, it's a nightmare. The only technical thing I would add here is, again, the way I folded my towel is really the way to scrub a headliner. It works really well because you've got all these layers of a microfiber towel, 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason this works so well is because it absorbs a lot of the chemical as you're cleaning. And so the more I can absorb and kind of create a scenario where it's less wet while I'm cleaning, the better results I'm going to get. So I'm going to clean this back area here as well. But before I do, I want you guys to see how I let the chemical sit on the roof here. You can see the breakdown of the dirt and the grease and the grime where almost like ink is kind of inching its way into other parts of the headliner. That's how effective this chemical is. Before I've even touched it, it's already starting to cause these kind of drip marks in the headliner. So I'm going to take my microfiber towel and I'm going to start to scrub ever so slightly, and it's coming right off even as I just barely scrub. As I hit each one of these, I'm doing no work. I'm going to flip my towel here. Again, this is the most effective way to clean headliner. You guys can probably see why when you have a chemical that breaks things down that well just by letting it sit. Now I want to come in with just a little bit more spray on my towel to get this last minute residue, and then we'll call it a day. I'm going to spray a little bit more on these areas where I can still see a little bit of the residue, and then I'm going to come in with the dry side of my towel and get that last minute residue up, and all of those stains are completely gone. It looks fantastic. So guys, again, the product is called Release It End Cap Spot Clean, and that product does everything I need for headliner. And you can imagine it also has other applications for upholstery or spot treatment on certain stains on carpet, but it is just the Mac Daddy product for headliner. And you can see before I even touched it how it started to break things down. So the after result, as you guys can see, even while it's still wet, no staining whatsoever. It looks absolutely fantastic. As it dries, it's going to continue to look fantastic. But more importantly, it took me 0 time, 0 effort. It's nothing but the product and a microfiber towel. That's how I interrupted my quick interior detail with the unfortunate revelation that I had to clean the stains of the headliner because I didn't see it in the beginning and I wasn't anticipating it. But again, you can make really quick work of it if you have the right tools and products. So check out the tools and products I used in this video below in the YouTube description box. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. But more importantly, if this was helpful, smash the like button so that I know you got some value from this content. And remember, a great detailer is always learning, and I'll see you in the next video.